we got walls now. It's kind of exciting. We got a crew here getting ready to do some more of the sheetrock, covering this up. Now that they moved that, I gotta fix that. There's the gap there. I guess it's separated. Let me fill that. Alright, getting ready to get her done. It's exciting. I guess they do the roof today. And then the mud and tape just got delivered. And so all that's here.
So what is this? You want to put the insulation?
What's that?
The insulation?
Yeah.
What?
It's
Oh, this is it. Oh, okay.
and then the other bathroom on there.
Oh.
Yeah. And the mud and tape's delivered. Okay, so we have a lot of leftover sheetrock from the house. And I don't know if y'all know that this can be broke down into really good soil. This is a lot of gypsum in it, and this is really good for gardening. So instead of having my husband pay to have it hauled off just to go into a landfill, I'm going to be using this. I went ahead and already broke down some pieces and took them into the garden, and I have placed them in the beds, but it was starting to get dark, and then we had to finish pulling all this out so that they could mud and tape. So these pieces here can go into those beds and make really, really good soil. Like, I can take a few of these smaller pieces and take them up there and put them in a few of those beds. Of course, this is really messy, but it's a great resource. So excuse the mess. We're going to go into the garden. I'm going to show you where I'm putting some of it. So I'm starting to put it right in here. It looks like the dog decided to jump up here. But yeah, this will just throw it in here. Then I had planned on putting a bunch of boxes on top and some biochar, and might even tarp it and just go ahead and let it rest this entire season, this bed and that bed. I am going to go ahead and move the asparagus though. But I thought this would be a great thing to put in these beds. Got a little bit of mess here. As I'm starting to build and redo these beds. But I can just throw this down in here, get it covered. Get all these little tiny pieces in here. Put the soil on top. Since I'm only growing garlic in these beds, that won't affect the root system because garlic didn't have a deep root system. And as it grows and gets bigger, it will not go down really deep like other vegetables would, so it will not hurt. So use resources. If you are in an area and you see them building a house, just kindly ask the builder, hey, to help you out, can I just load up your scrap sheetrock? A lot of times they'll let you. Or just say, if you'll stick it out here, I'll be glad to pick it up. That way you don't have to go inside. But utilize any good resource like this. Keep it out of the landfill. It would help the builder out. It will help you out. And it'll break down and make really good soil. I had forgotten about it. And our plumber come yesterday and he said, Wendy. And I said, yeah. And he goes, don't throw that away. And I go, oh. I thought for a second he was going to ask to take it. And he said, put that on your farm it'll break down. And I said, yes, you're right. I had completely forgotten. So I'm very thankful for good contractors who remind me. But he's also a friend. So anyway, I am going to be utilizing every bit of that. And as I'm building beds, that'll go down in the bottom. And I'm thinking that's pretty hard. So if the gophers try to come up underneath, they're in for a rude awakening. They're going to have sheetrock to go through. But it'll break down and it'll be really, really good soil. And I have plenty of it. So I think I can, as I'm redoing these beds, I can fill them. I'm excited. And I'm glad he reminded me of that. Gosh, could you imagine us throwing all this away and then not having all this to fill my beds? Anyway, you guys have a blessed day. It's been busy. The holidays over with. Now we have contractors, and I have a lot of stuff to do, kind of clean up after each contractor goes. And Tom and I worked real hard pulling all that sheetrock out of the garage last night and out next to the garden, and it took a while. And we got to watch the pretty moon come up, and it was cold and the wind was blowing. By the time we got in, we both showered, hit the hay. It did not take me long to crash. And I'm going to tell you what, I actually only woke up once during the night, and it was about 4 o'clock, and I just went to the bathroom real quick and went right back to bed and didn't hesitate. I could hardly get out of bed. I've got a lot of pulled muscles and stuff, and I have muscles I forgot I owned. They're hurting. They're telling me, ugh. But hey, at least I have this to put in the beds and make great soil and have a beautiful garden in the next few years. Anyway, I'm so excited about it. I'm glad he reminded me, and I wanted to share that with you so that if you see a house going up close to you, hit them up for the sheetrock. I mean, goodness, it's free. Should be. All right, y'all. Well, we paid a lot for the sheetrock, so we might as well utilize every bit of it. Okay, guys. Have a blessed week and grow your own food.